I bet you're not doing these 5 simple things, and it's the reason you haven't reached your weight loss goals, improved your energy, and felt like your best self. Today, I'm gonna teach you 5 simple daily habits for maximum health and productivity. My name is Dr. Akanni, and I have helped thousands of women reach their weight loss goals and fall in love with their body. These 5 simple tips that I'm gonna teach you, they have all implemented to lose the weight, keep it off, and feel amazing. It's all about transforming your lifestyle. So at the end of this video, I want you to let me know which habits are you applying today. Ready? Let's get into it. All right, first up, establishing a solid morning routine. I want you to take a moment and think to yourself, what was the first thing you did when you opened your eyes this morning? 9 times out of 10, it was pick up that phone, right? Most of us, as soon as we wake up, what we do, we roll over and we pick up the phone. This, for some cases, can throw off your entire day. Because let's say you're a business professional and in your mind, you're doing the best that you believe you can do. And you pick up your phone, you see your peers, oh, they hit this business milestone, they hit this life milestone, they hit this health goal, and all of a sudden now as soon as you wake up, you're living in insecurity, you're living in comparison. It affects your whole morning routine, and that just set the tone for your day. Or you may see a bunch of things that get you happy, and then you end up staying on your phone for minutes and hours at a time, where we could have utilized that time to have some mindfulness, really set the tone for our day and think about what are some things that I want to tackle today? What are my goals for today? How do I feel? Taking the moment in the morning to check in and say, how am I feeling? What are my plans for the day? What can I be intentional about today? Going back to our circles of, okay, what am I going to do for my spiritual side today? What am I going to do for my emotional side? What am I going to do for my health today? Is there any relational obligations that I have to do? Is there any professional obligations that I have to do? Think about these things in the morning to help you, 1, reduce the stress and anxiety of everything feels like an alarm and we have so many things, because these days can pile on one another and feel like we have so many things to do every single day. There's never enough time, but if you can take the time in the morning to really sit down and think through our day, really sit down and take a moment and just pause and have some quiet time, have some mindfulness, give your brain a second to just process and think and breathe, it'll make a significant difference for your morning. So my tips for establishing a solid morning routine: first, starting off with some form of mindfulness, whether that is journaling, praying. I love the Lord. I'm gonna tell you, I love the Lord. Every morning I wake up, I try to make sure I take a moment and just say, thank you, God. Thank you for waking me up today. I don't know what you have planned for me today, but I ask that I can show up in my best self. I ask that I can serve somebody today. I ask that I can be the best husband, the best spouse, the best father, the best business person. Take a moment and reflect in the morning and set some intentions. Give yourself some affirmation. That's the first thing. Second thing, if we're talking about this morning routine, if we have the time, work out. It's great to work out in the morning before the kids get up, the work emails start going off, because now you're not competing with all these different distractions. So that's the second thing I would do. I would start my morning routine and get a workout in. I typically like to work out in the morning if I have the time, if I can get up early enough before I have to take my son to daycare. So I'll knock out a quick workout in the morning. Sometimes that workout looks like going for a walk outside, a 5 to 10 minute walk. Or if you have a little more time and you enjoy working out from home, sometimes that looks like a full body workout at home, whether you're doing squats, lunges, deadlifts, whatever is on your plan for that day. So the first thing, again, having a moment of mindfulness, whether we're journaling or we're praying, then getting that workout in if we have time. If it doesn't end up being a full body workout that we have time to do, even 5 minutes of just stretching, some form of movement in the morning to help reduce some of the aches and pains that we have, improve blood flow so that we feel good going into the day, releasing some of those feel good endorphins. Third thing, after we've done our workout, getting a high protein breakfast. I know some of you may not like to eat breakfast, but I'm telling you, it will help you reach your weight loss goals. If you're getting more adequate protein in the morning, now We won't have cravings later in the day. Our decisions when it comes to food is better. We already have jump-started our metabolism and it gets us closer to our weight loss goals. So that can look like a smoothie for breakfast if you aren't necessarily that hungry. If not a smoothie, you can do my go-to. I like to do 3 eggs, 2 of them are egg whites. I do some sausage, like 2 to 3 sausages, and then some fruit and toast. And that gives me my high protein breakfast right there. So remember your 3 things. Number 1, taking a moment of mindfulness. Number 2, getting some type of movement in. And number 3, getting a solid breakfast. And that is the ultimate morning routine. Habit number 2, this ties directly into habit number 1, making sure that you are exercising regularly throughout the week. Now, the recommendation is 150 minutes of moderate to intense exercise every single week. In order for us to hit that, we need to be intentional about our schedule. I'm not asking you to go to the gym every week. I'm not asking you to go in and have these long 45, 50, 60 minute plus workouts. Some days it may look like all I had was 20 to 30 minutes and I did a quick workout. Or all I had today was 15 minutes and I did a quick workout. I need you to really start being intentional about when are you going to work out in your week. Because if you look at your schedule now, you probably have when your next hair appointment is scheduled, you got vacation scheduled, the kids' events are scheduled, you know what meetings you have for work, but where did you pencil in time for your health? Where's your workout scheduled? If it's not on the schedule, it ain't happening. Something is gonna come up and it's gonna go to the wayside. So putting that workout on your schedule is key. And when you're doing your workout, if your goal is weight loss, and let's say I'm only working out 2 to 3 times a week, 2 of those workouts need to be with weights. So utilizing exercises with weights. That's where we're doing things with dumbbells, barbells, if we have resistance bands. Utilizing exercises with weights significantly helps with fat loss. It's gonna help with fat loss, it's gonna help with toning, it's gonna allow you to increase your bone density, increase your muscle density, fight off some of the things like osteoporosis, combat some of the changes that comes with menopause and hormonal changes. So utilizing exercises with weights is very, very key. Now let's say we're not doing the exercises with weights on the 3rd day. Again, if we're working out 2 to 3 days a week, that 3rd day, that's where I would do my cardio. That's where I would really carve out the time and you can do your cardio, your abs, because everyone wants to work on the fupa, everyone wants to work on the core, or you can work on your glutes again, because I know y'all want to have a slim waist, you want a big booty, I get it. Use that 3rd day, get a little bit of cardio in, do some things for your core so we address the waist, do some extra workouts for your glutes. But make sure at least 2 times a week we are utilizing exercises with weights. I know you got a weight loss goal, but I want you to be healthy. I want you to be able to get on the floor and get up without needing someone to pick you up. I want you to be able to feel youthful and feel vibrant and feel young. Imagine going to work. It's one thing to show up at the office feeling insecure, you've gone up the steps and you feel out of breath, you don't necessarily know if your clothes fit the best. And it's another thing to walk in the office after you crushed a workout where you was able to squat half your body weight, your thighs feel like they feel amazing, your clothes is fitting all snug. It's 2 different people, right? And these 2 different people have 2 different lifestyles. That person who's walking and they're feeling insecure, they don't really prioritize their health enough. Whether it's just making time to do some form of exercise or that mindfulness when they wake up. And that second person, they're making the time to prioritize their health. If we look at their schedule, their workout is scheduled already, they got their morning routine. Things we need to start addressing. So habit 2, make sure we're exercising regularly. Are you tired of being in the cycle of starting and stopping again? Has reaching your weight loss goals been hard despite all of your best efforts? Are you at the point where you're considering either weight loss surgery or just giving up completely? Then it might be time for you to book a clarity call with a member of my team. On the clarity call, you finally get an opportunity to sit down with someone and have them listen to you and your process. We want to know what your goals are. What is the things that you are struggling with? And then we want to help you create a custom roadmap to reaching your weight loss goals. This isn't cookie cutter. It's not, hey, go do these crazy exercises and cut out all this food. No, we take a holistic approach at looking at who you are as an individual. What are some hormonal things that we need to improve? What is your lifestyle like? What is the true exercise plan that is specific to your body goal, your body needs, aches, pains, etc.? What I want to do is help you finally reach your weight loss goals without all of the fluff. It's time to get to your goals. I know you've been sitting on the fence. I know you feel defeated, but sometimes it's not what we're doing. We just need to take a different approach at it. I would love to help you reach your weight loss goals, and I would love for you to go ahead and book that clarity call. Before you do that though, I want you to make the commitment to yourself. This isn't something that you do where you're just trying to reach your weight loss goals. I want to talk to those who are committed to changing their lifestyle. So if you are that person that is committed to changing your lifestyle, committed to showing up for yourself daily, and committed to the process, I want you to go ahead and click the link at the top, click that info card, and please go ahead and book your call. Look forward to talking to you. All right, habit number 3. For number 3, it is healthy eating. Now, we gonna break this down by our 3 meals because healthy eating looks different for everybody. If we are honest, there really is no such thing as healthy eating because you're just eating to fuel your body. Too much of anything can be wrong. Too much of vegetables, now we're lacking protein. Too much protein, now you put your kidneys at risk. So healthy eating is relative to the individual. But here are a couple guidelines that you can utilize when you're making your food choices. Breakfast, we started to talk about this already. I always love to say for breakfast, I need a high protein breakfast, especially if your goal is weight loss. Trying to get 30 grams or more for breakfast. 30 grams or more protein for breakfast is really good. Now, increasing your fiber intake for breakfast as well. If we can get a good amount of fiber in our breakfast, I'm telling you, it sets you up for success for the entire day. You'll feel full longer. You won't be constipated. You'll help to reduce your bloating. So when it comes to breakfast, if we're prioritizing quote unquote healthy eating, which is this 3rd habit, we need to make sure we have some fiber in our breakfast, some protein in our breakfast, some prebiotics in our breakfast, some pre and probiotics. That's where we can utilize some yogurt, some kefir, cottage cheese, these things that are all great for gut health. So implementing those 3 things in your breakfast is a great start. When it comes to lunch and dinner, I'm gonna give you a little room and I'm gonna test you a little bit and challenge you to prioritize and make smart decisions. Some of us, we start our day, you start your day with just coffee. Coffee in that Starbucks. If you go, I want to challenge you, go look at the nutrition facts for that coffee that you had this morning. How much sugar was in that coffee that you bought? Go look at the nutrition facts for that breakfast sandwich that you bought. How much sodium was in that? So if we think about our decisions in the morning, sometimes we can have a high sodium and a high sugar breakfast and not even realize it. So really take the moment and address what you're putting in your body that first meal. When it comes to lunch and dinner, make sure you're getting a solid protein. Make sure you're getting 2 to 3 vegetables, and then pick a carb of your choice. Don't go crazy. We don't need to eat mac and cheese every single day, but mac and cheese, every once in a while, there's nothing wrong with that. Pasta, every once in a while, there's nothing wrong with that. But when we talk about healthy eating, my goal for you is just to create balance. Eat food that makes you feel good. You know the difference. Whenever we eat soul food from a black folk, we like to eat soul food, comfort food, and you get the itis, that's a sign. Think about how you feel when you eat something very carb heavy and fried heavy and fat heavy versus when you eat something that is more vegetable, more fiber, more filling, more alive. How do you feel? On one end, you have that crash in the middle of the day and you may feel droggy and sleepy, and on the other end, you feel vibrant and you feel alive. Pay attention to that. It's again, we want to balance, but pay attention to the cues of how your body feels when you eat certain things. Because for this 3rd habit, healthy eating, we need to make sure that we are having a balance in our nutrition. Habit number 4, time management. If you haven't noticed the trend, all of these habits start to blend together, right? In order for us to have a solid morning routine, a good workout schedule, prioritize healthy eating, we need to be great with our time management. You got to make the time to get up and allocate space for you. You got to make the time in your schedule to go exercise. You got to make the time to meal prep so that you have good nutritional options. So for this 4th habit, time management, my challenge to you, I want you after this video Put it in the comments and say, Doc, I'm gonna do it. Put it in the comments and say, I'm going to make it happen. What I want you to do after this video, plan out what your week is gonna look like. Or at least just plan out your day. I'm switching it up. I'm switching it up live on the video. Plan out your day. Let me know, tomorrow, Doc, this is what my day will look like. For breakfast, this is the time I'm gonna wake up for in the morning. This is what I'm gonna eat for breakfast. This is what lunch is gonna look like. This is where I'm gonna work out, and this is what my dinner is gonna be. I want you to start planning that. And we're gonna start simple. As we get more advanced, then you can start planning out your other things. This is what my workout will look like for the week, based off of what my work schedule is. These are the days where I'm gonna have some me time, where I just unwind. These are the days where I'm gonna prioritize family. These are the days I'm gonna prioritize the spiritual side of me. We gotta start looking at our week from a macro level and finding the micro moments where we can start prioritizing different aspects of who we are. Because you gotta make sure you're making time for your physical health, for your fitness health. You gotta make sure you're making time for your spiritual health. You gotta make sure you're making time for your relational health. You gotta make sure you are making time for your recreational health in the areas and your goals and your ambitions, things that are unrelated to work, things that just make you feel good, right? We want to be this whole well-rounded person, and for us to maximize productivity, maximize our lifestyle and live in purpose, we got to make sure that we are adequately addressing our time management. Habit number 5, quality sleep. Now this takes the cake out of all of them. To me, this is the most important, because I know you in the morning when you wake up and you didn't get a good amount of sleep, you're not the nicest person. You know that commercial when they say you got to get a Snickers? Sometimes in the morning you need a Snickers. Because when you don't get a good amount of sleep, you may not be the nicest person. Outside of the changes to your mood, it affects your productivity. It affects your ability to exercise because you don't have the energy to. It's going to affect your weight loss goals because your cognitive function and your ability to make better decisions when it comes to food. When we don't get a good night's sleep, we crave comfort foods. We crave fried, sugar, high carb, hydrate related foods. And that is because our body is in a state where it's not operating at its best. So you got to make sure you're getting adequate sleep. Now, the recommendation is 7 to 8 hours, but I think the people who recommend this don't got kids. So for those who may have a lot going on, we may not be able to get our 7 to 8. I'm okay with 6, but we have to find a consistent number. Now, what I don't want you to do is, on one day I sleep 8 hours. On this day I sleep 6 hours. On this day I sleep 7. On this day I sleep 4, because now your body's rhythm is all over the place. Your body can't get into a consistent, predictable flow for your pineal gland to release melatonin. This is what helps us get to rest. So what I want you to do is establish a routine when it comes to sleep, but you got to figure out what that routine needs to look like for you. If it's, I only have the capacity to sleep 6 hours just because life is lifing, cool. Try to get 6 hours every single day. We can't do 6 hours one day, 8 hours another day, 5 hours another day. Your body won't get into a rhythm and you will never truly feel like you are resting. So for this last point, what I want to really drive home, make sure you are getting adequate sleep. Figure out the hours that you need to sleep and stay consistent with it. All right, ladies, I hope that you found this conversation beneficial. Let's reiterate what these habits are. Number 1, you got to make sure you're establishing that solid morning routine, because this sets the tone for the entire day. So if you don't have that solid morning routine, that is the first thing I need you to address. Habit number 2, regular exercise. Get it done. That's all I'm gonna say. I need you to get it done. Figure out when you need to pencil it in and get it done. Habit number 3, healthy eating. Really start to make better decisions when it comes to the foods that we are putting in our body. I'm not telling you need to eat vegetables and broccoli and kale all day long. But again, we can't have mac and cheese, fried chicken, and collard greens all day long either, okay? We need to have some balance in the foods that we pick. Habit number 4, time management. We gotta make sure for all of these things to work, we are allocating the time to make it happen. Whether that is saying no to some things or saying yes to you. Whatever way you wanna put it, you gotta figure out how to better manage your time so that you can not only reach your weight loss goals, but live a healthy, purposeful, impactful, energetic, and amazing life. And the 5th and final, and the most important to me, get some sleep. Go to bed. Put the phone away at night and go to sleep. Get some rest. You're tired. You see the bags under your eyes? I know you're tired. I'm tired. I just woke up. It's about 6 o'clock here I'm tired, okay? Get some rest. We need sleep, as you go feel amazing afterwards, all right? So I appreciate you watching this video. There is a playlist coming up on the screen. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button and then check out the video coming up. Till next time, peace.